habits that make life feel better. So, hi, whoever you are, thank you for coming in. And please let me know your names or where you're joining me from, one or the other or both. I'd like to, I'm very nosy. All right. So, we're going to talk about, by the way, I'm going to look over there because I have my notes there. Okay. So, it's not like I'm shifting my eyes. Tiny daily shifts that calm your nervous system and bring real joy. So your journey to joyful living is built one gentle habit at a time. This channel is all about your journey to joyful living and mine too, our journey to joyful living. But let me tell you something that might relieve your nervous system immediately. Your life does not need to be dramatic at all, like a dramatic glow up, right? You don't need a 5 a.m. ice bath. Please, no. You don't need a color-coded life planner. That is a headache. And you definitely don't need to become a completely different person by like next Tuesday, okay? That's not what we're talking about here. Little habits that make your life easier. They're really tiny, and we're going to talk about them today. Sometimes the biggest relief comes from the smallest shifts. Because what if feeling better isn't about doing more? What if it's about doing smaller things more gently? That's interesting, isn't it? Well, welcome to Chat with Grace. This is the channel about your journey to joyful living. The place where we calm the nervous system and we find joy everywhere. And we tell the truth about real life. We don't just are like, oh, I'm finding it, joy or whatever. No. We talk about real, raw stuff, okay, that happens to all of us and that we all feel. However, we find a way to find joy even in the darkest times of our lives, all right? So, but today is actually building like joy that actually sticks with small habits, okay? So, we're going to dive into small habits that make your life better. Tiny things, and I'm the science girl, so I'm always going to back them up with science. And they're nervous system friendly. I'm not going to create anxiety like you have to do this and that, and a long list. These are like habits that are so easy and simple. So yes, they're very doable, even if you're tired, if you're busy, overwhelmed, or emotionally crispy, okay? So take a deep breath with me and let's begin. All right, so I divide all my talks by segments, right? And this is not just me talking, this is about us connecting. So I definitely would love to hear from you and where you're joining me from. And I'm gonna ask questions every now and then. And you ask me questions. This is a chat. It's called Chat with Grace, okay? So why tiny habits work better than big life overhauls? Big peace is built from small, repeatable kindness towards yourself. We were sold a lie. Yeah, we were. And the lie is if you want your life to change, you must overhaul everything. Like everything's got to be big. Everything's got to be like huge, successful. No, neuroscience says exactly the opposite. So I'm going to give you some scientific backup because, I'm the science girl, okay? I am not just shooting the shit and just saying stuff, right? So research from Stanford behavior scientist BJ Fogg shows tiny habits are more likely to stick. We all know that, right? If we do little things here and there, like for example, today, I've been trying to work out and I'm like overwhelmed about that, right? And I bought some little weights and stuff here in Spain. And so what I did is while I was watching TV, just did maybe 10 minutes of like weights. And that was it. And that made me feel better. It made me feel like I accomplished something. We don't have to do, I don't have to go take a bus to go to the gym and like work out like crazy. No, it's just little things. Those 10 minutes are worth more than me hauling my butt somewhere to go work out. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. All right. Another thing that this research has found is that consistency beats intensity. So let's say, like I was telling you about working out 10 minutes a day. Let's say I do it consistently. That's more effective than me going to the gym, killing myself, twice a week or 3 times a week, and, be sore and tired and all of that and not be able to do anything else. But little habits, they stick, right? And it's consistent. Behavior change works best when friction is low. I agree with that. So another backup, scientific backup, is James Clear's work on habit formation also confirms that small repeated behaviors reshape identity over time. The brain prefers doable actions over overwhelming ones. How many times have we done that to ourselves? Like, oh, I got to do this and all that. And then you get so overwhelmed that you don't do anything, right? We do that because it's not doable, because it's so much. I used to do that. I have like a little calendar, and I used to put so many things like, oh yeah, I can squeeze this in, I can do this. And now I'm like, let's be realistic. If I do 2, 3 things that are important, like errands or whatever in between my work, I'm good. Okay, so I just, we can space stuff out. We can space chores out. We can space whatever we do out. Feel free to jump in the comments and tell me where you're joining me from. And if you have any questions, today we're talking about small habits that make your life better. All right. So when habits are too big, this is what happens in your body. Have you heard about cortisol? Okay. If you haven't, if you have, great. If you haven't, cortisol is a hormone that when we're stressed, we produce that hormone. And when you're stressed, like your belly gets a little big, not because you're eating, because you're like, I'm eating the same thing, but I'm stressed out. The cortisol is guilty for making your belly big, and inflammation also in the body. Inflammation is not good news. We're going to talk about that in another episode. So cortisol rises, the brain perceives threat when habits are too big. And when habits are too big, avoidance increases. If I say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, from not going to the gym to going, I'm going to go 5 times a week and I'm going to work my butt off and I'm going to be ripped. And then if you say, like if you say, it's not going to happen. If I say, like I told you, 10 minutes a day, I start with that, then it's not overwhelming. Eventually I'll increase. But I can't be like from 0 to like 5 times a week in the gym. Or like when people want to eat less, or for example, when I transitioned from being, eating everything to being vegan. And I transitioned slowly, one step at a time, a food group at a time. I would let go every week, because if I became vegan from one day to the other after being, eating everything for so many years, I would have just been like, forget this, right? But transitioning slowly into anything we do with small habits, that's elite. All right. Hi, honey. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. You are, let's see, I have my glasses, so I can't see too well with my glasses, but I'm going to look at the computer where I have, hello, it's Willing, oh, Willie Noms Auto Tech. Did I read it right? Where are you joining us from, my love? Let us know. All right. So we talk about, when habits are small, safety increases. You feel safer, right? Dopamine rewards repetition. You know how, like, I don't know if it's me, but I feel comfortable in little habits that I have. It makes me feel safe. It's so weird. But like little habits in the morning, like making my coffee or my green tea, it's just like, it makes me feel good. Do you have that, guys? Does that happen to you? Let me know in the comments. And when habits are small, momentum builds naturally. Again, the gym example. If you start slow, 10 minutes a day, and then 15 the next week, 20 the next week, then, then it's natural. It's a natural buildup. It's not like oh, I'm going to work out 25 times a week. No, I used to do that, by the way, but I build slowly. I used to work out a lot. Not anymore. I'm a little lazier now. Age has brought me a lot of laziness. But anyway, in other words, I'm lazy, but your nervous system is not lazy. It's just protective and slightly dramatic. All right, we're going by segments, and this is segment number 2. Okay, and we're going to get into the habits now. So habit number 1, the 60-second morning reset. Your day begins the moment your body feels safe. So before the phone, oops, that's the first thing I do. Before the phone, before checking any emails, before the world starts yelling at your nervous system, because let's face it, if you scroll on social media nowadays, especially if you're in the US, anywhere in the world, to be honest, it is exhausting and it's also scary, right? So we can't wake up, and I'm telling that to myself because I used to wake up and just scroll on TikTok and doom scroll. And when I moved to Spain a couple of months ago, well, I didn't move, but I'm in Spain, let's put it that way. So when I came to Spain, I stopped doing that and I am less stressed out, believe it or not. So yeah, have that moment in the morning where you wake up, have your coffee, your green tea, whatever it is, no phone, no emails, just chill. That will set up your day in such a peaceful and joyful way. Even if you have problems during and you get cranky, which we all do, still that morning, that first thing in the morning will just make your day either great or not great. All right. So we give the body, what it is you give your body, like in the morning before doing all the crazy things that alter your nervous system, you just give your body 1 minute of safety. Feeling safe is so important, you guys. It reduces your stress. And nowadays with this world, this crazy world, we don't feel safe. So we got to create habits that make us somehow feel safe, even if it is for a short period of time. So, okay. So this is the habit. I call it the 60-second reset. So sit up slowly. When you wake up, put one hand on your chest, one on your belly. Take 5 slow breaths. Look around the room gently. And that's you ground yourself, okay? Science. I'm going to back it up with science. Why is this habit good? Studies on vagus, I call it vagus. Vagus, it sounds weird. It sounds like some kind of weird dish. Vagus nerve stimulation and slow breathing show. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the one that calms you down. It lowers the heart rate and it reduces morning cortisol, the bad hormone. Remember, the stress hormone spikes. And this is from Frontiers in Human Neuroscience, Vagal Tone Research. And we have a fan story. And the fan her name is Maria. She's 27. And she says, I stopped grabbing my phone first thing and started doing the breathings you suggested. I didn't expect much, but my mornings feel way less panicky. Because this is not the first time I say about the breathing. Okay? So trust, just again, here, 5 breaths and look around. That's it. Simple, right? It takes what? 30 seconds, literally. All right. So tiny habit, noticeable shift. That's the magic. That's it. All right. We're going to go to habit number 2, number dos. All right. Let me know in the comments if you have any morning habits that kind of give you peace and joy and reset your nervous system. Let me know in the comments. All right. So habit number 2, because we're going to talk about 5 habits. I think I have 5. The gentle body check-in. Your body is not the enemy. It is actually the messenger. It will speak to you. Many anxious brains live from the neck up. We scroll, we think, we worry, right? But we never check in with our body. You know, as a cancer survivor, I can tell you, your body will speak to you. If something in your soul is not right, or you're grieving, or you're stressing, your body will let you know. It will show in all that stress and grief will show in your physical body. So the body's going to sound the alarm. Sometimes it doesn't. Like with my breast cancer, the only thing was fatigue and some skin rashes that went just weird at weird times. But I never put 2 + 2 together. So by the way, if you are fatigued for no reason, always go check with your doctor, okay? All right. The habit, this is the habit now. 2-3 times per day, ask, where am I tense? Me, it's the neck and the shoulders. Like, oh, I'm tense, so I have to do this. I have to do this. I stretch. If you have a neck issue, stretch your neck like this. Let your shoulder down. Breathe in, exhale, and on the exhale, you just stretch your muscle. Oh, it feels so good. And you do it on both sides, okay? So where am I tense? If you're tense in your arms, you stretch your arms. Your legs, you stretch your legs. Your torso, you just twist and stretch, or do this too, okay? So another question that you ask 2 or 3 times a day, this is habit number 2, by the way. Can I soften my jaw? Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. I always find myself like tense jaw. Do you guys do that? That's where it's my neck and my jaw. And then another question that you need to ask yourself is, can I drop my shoulders a little bit? Because I find myself, I'm like this sometimes, and then I drop my shoulders. And so you relax, okay? So the science behind this is somatic awareness research shows that body scans reduce anxiety symptoms. How about that? So you check in with your body a couple of times a day, even if you don't, even once a day if you do that. Just check in with your body. Where am I tense? How does my jaw feel? Are my shoulders up? Am I tense? And that's it. And is there anything else going on? I always check my body. And then I ask ChatGPT. I'm crazy. Hi, how you doing? Tu mejor amigo. YouTube. Hola. Where are you from? Where are you joining us from? Tu mejor amigo. I love that screen name. That's awesome. Love that. Okay, so somatic awareness research shows also that increase emotional regulation. If you're checking with your body, it increases your emotional regulation. And it also shows that when you're checking with your body, it improves interoception, i.e. body awareness. Very important to be aware of your body and to ask it. Sometimes I even ask it. I know I sound crazy. Maybe I'm a little crazy. But I ask the body, like, where are you hurting? What's going on? What's happening, right? Oh, tu mejor amigo is Spain. Nice. I'm in Spain right now. I love Spain. I'm trying to stay here. Applied for a visa. I'm still waiting. I love, tu mejor amigo, España. Me encanta España. Mucho, mucho me gusta. ¿En qué parte estás? ¿En el norte o en el sur? North or south? Let me know. All right. So everything we talked about, the somatic awareness, comes from the Journal of Behavioral Medicine. And of course, as always, we have fan stories. And Jay is 22. He says, I didn't realize my shoulders were basically earrings. Yeah, like this. That's funny. Not the shoulder earrings, please, but truly, this is most of us, right? It's like, and so just let them drop, All right, we're gonna move on to habit number 3. And this is all, by the way, small habits that make your life better, okay? So habit number 3 is the 10-minute life tidy. outer calm supports inner calm, right? It does. This is not about perfection. This is about visual nervous system relief. And we're going to talk about the habit. Let me go back to the comments. Tu mejor amigo says, I don't know. You don't know what part of Spain you are? What question was it? I don't know. Because I ask questions and I forget. If you take, because I know there's a delay in the live. So I probably asked it like way back. So, all right. So the habit is once per day, set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay. Reset one small area, and stop when the timer ends. That's very good. So remember, the outer calm will also influence your inner calm. So if your space is aesthetically pleasing and it's in order, then it's a reflection of how you feel inside, and it also affects your inner calm. Science, there's the backup. Science, environmental psychology research shows clutter increases cortisol. Yes, it does. Visual chaos increases cognitive load. That's interesting. And small resets improve perceived control. And this is Princeton Neuroscience Institute on Clutter and Attention. And we have a listener story. Sophie, who's 31, I started doing the 10-minute reset and my apartment feels less like it's judging me. That's funny. So remember, just set a timer and for 10 minutes, find an area in your place that's a little messy and that could use some order and some tidying, and just do it. And then that outer space being more pleasing to you, to the eye, will definitely affect your inner calm. And it does me. And I know that if I see something that's cluttered or messed up, I have to take action for sure. All right. So we do not need judgmental furniture in this economy. We really don't, right? Hey, look at me, I'm a mess. No, we're going to tidy it up for sure. All right, let's go to habit number 4. Before actually we go to habit number 4, I know this is a very quiet audience and it's okay. So just for fun, let's see. Pizza or tacos? Tacos. How about you guys? Let me know if you want to answer any of these. I'm going to just do a few. Dogs or cats? Dogs. Books or movies? Books or movies? Movies. I used to be a bookworm, but not anymore. Morning person or night owl? Oh yeah, night owl. Morning, I can't wake up in the morning. Sweet or salty? Probably both, I think. Let me know. So pizza or tacos, dogs or cats, books or movies, morning person or night owl, sweet or salty, rainy. Okay, and rainy days or sunny days. Oh, definitely sunny days. I don't like rainy days. I mean, once in a while it's nice, but yeah, overall I like sunny days. All right, let's go back to habit number 4. We only have 5 habits. Let me know in the comments if anything that we're talking about resonates with you. So pizza, Jose says, pizza. Hi, Jose. Cats and mornings. Mornings? Really? I don't like mornings. I can't wake up. It's so hard for me to wake up in the morning. When I came to Spain and the time difference really messed me up, I would wake up at like 5 a.m. I would cry. I would be like, why? But now I think I'd regulate it after almost 2 months that I've been here. All right. Habit number 4, the evening nervous system downshift. So joyful living includes gentle endings to your day. So remember, we wake up in the morning, we find a habit that's soothing, that makes us feel good. We don't look at the phone immediately as soon as we wake up. I know that's really hard, but we don't do that. And then we don't do the emails or anything, check anything, and just be with your coffee or your tea or whatever you drink in the morning and just breathe and be with yourself for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be. Okay, so evening. What do we do in the evening? Oh, sorry, it's like there's a lot of dust and stuff. I'm by the beach. So there's like, when there's wind, I think there's stuff that comes in and it makes me allergic. All right. Many people sabotage their sleep window, not because they're broken, but because their nervous system never got the memo that the day is over. I heard about that. Some people, their biological clock or whatever it's called, it's like in reverse. Like their bodies think that night is day and day is night. So that's hard. And I think I'm one of those because my nights are like the way my mornings should be and vice versa. But anyway, I stay up late. It's not fun. But okay, the habit. Okay, let's talk about the habit. Let's go. So dim the lights. This is in the evening. Dim the lights. Reduce stimulation. I would say, whatever stimulates you. Like if doom scrolling does that, then kind of drop it. Okay. 30 minutes before dead. Ooh, did I say dead? 30 minutes before you die, drop the phone. No, that's not what it is. All right. So 30 minutes before bed, dim the lights, reduce stimulation, warm shower or magnesium. I do both. Warm shower and magnesium. I'm out in 30 minutes. I'm not kidding. Magnesium glycinate. If you ever have trouble sleeping, I highly recommend. It's natural and it puts you out. Boom, you're out in no time. A lot of people say chamomile tea, but that will cause you to get up and go to the bathroom at night, which is not good. The magnesium is just nothing. It doesn't do that. And also 30 minutes before bed, no intense scrolling. It's hard. It's very hard, you guys. All right, so I'm going to back it up with science. So sleep research shows that light exposure delays melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that helps you sleep, right? And so if we have like strong light, especially our phones, it's harder to go to sleep. However, I have to say, when I take the magnesium glycinate, I can be scrolling and I start feeling like super tired and I put the phone away, I crash in 2 seconds. Highly recommend, you guys. 300 milligrams, that's what I do. Consult with your doctor always. Don't do it because I'm telling you, I'm not a doctor. So disclaimer, talk to your doctor about it first and see if they approve of it. Okay. All right. And the source for everything I said about sleep research is Sleep Medicine Reviews. All right. Let me ask some more questions. All right. Sneakers or sandals? Oh, definitely sneakers. Ice cream or cake? Cake. I have to say that. Video games or board games? None of them. I'm not interested. Texting or calling? Definitely texting. Roller coasters or water slides? Water slides. Roller coasters? No, they make me dizzy. So this is a game we play with the audience. So it's just like a rapid fire. So tell me, sneakers or sandals? Ice cream or cake? You can answer just one if you want. It doesn't matter. Video games or board games? Texting or calling? Roller coasters or water slides? Let me know. I'm interested in knowing more about you guys. And by the way, thank you so much for joining Chat with Grace. Here on this live, we always talk about relevant topics that help us live a better life because this channel is about your journey to joyful living. And Jose answered, of course, and I want to know. Let me see. I have to look at the computer, Jose, because I can't see with the glasses. Sneakers, ice cream. Let me see. Okay. Drawing pad, texting, drawing pad. Okay, so sneakers, ice cream, drawing pad, texting, drawing pad. Aha. Everybody, Jose is an artist, a very, very good artist. And so amazing. I love that, Jose. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to do some more questions later. Let me delete these because I might repeat them because I'm like, I do that kind of stuff. All right. All right. So in this segment, we're going to call, we're going to just find out why these habits work together. Okay. So notice something about these habits that we talked about. None of these habits require discipline Olympics. They don't. Personality transplant. You don't have to develop a new personality and be like, oh, I'm doing this. Or like, oh, I have to do this. Like whatever, whoever you are. You can be either one and you still do them because they're short. They're easy, short habits. By the way, I'm going to probably do a shorter video with all the habits, like really tight, so you guys can watch it and write them down. You know, if it's a 2-minute video, it's easier than listening the whole live. All right. So they also don't require, you know, these habits, waking at like 4 a.m. and journal your life, you know, in candlelight. No, it's very easy. So the reason that these habits that we talked about work is because they lower the nervous system threat, they increase body safety, and they build gentle consistency. So your journey to joyful living is not built in one dramatic leap, but in small, loving steps, repeated daily. If you take nothing else from today, take this. You're not behind. You're not failing at life. You may simply be overwhelmed in a world that is asking nervous systems to do way too much. Start small, start gently, start today with these little habits because tiny habits done consistently, they work and they can quietly change your life and how it feels. And that, my dear friend, is the real glow up. If this episode helped your nervous system exhale, follow the channel, The State of Grace. Share this with a friend who feels overwhelmed. And like I said, I'm going to do probably next week, I'm going to post a video of the habits, like shortened video, so you guys can take notes or watch it, whatever. Makes you, you know, your life better. Because that's what we're all about here, is to make your life better and joyful. So, okay, so I always do a printable. I'm not sure. Let me see if I have time. I might do a printable that's available on the State of Grace shop. By the way, on the State of Grace shop, there's free guides to everything, like a lot of really helpful free material. And there's also merchandise if you want to check it out. There's one that's called Joy is My Jam. That's my favorite one. I love that one. So let's see, Jose. Loved it. Oh, thank you. You are so kind, Jose. You are so, so kind. And yes, I will do a video. So, and a printable. Okay, I'm going to do the printable. It's okay. So it's going to be on the stateofgraceshop.com. I'm going to do the printable. And if you go to her shop, get the big shopping cart. Thank you. Thank you. Jose has my t-shirt that says Grace's Dudes because he's my dude. He's definitely my dude. All right, you guys, we're going to have, by the way, another chat with Grace. We have them twice a week now from now on. Today is Thursday, but what I'm going to do is going to be Wednesdays and Saturdays. This coming Saturday, we have another chat with Grace where we talk about stuff that's really useful for like daily life, right? And Belle is going to go live on Thursdays. The Diaz also, Maurice is going to go live on Thursday. So all the characters are going to be live on Thursdays. And what else? No, wait. I don't know. Just check it out. But I know I'm going to have some kind of, you know, like, I know that Wednesdays and Saturdays is going to be Chat with Grace. And then it's going to be like Thursdays and Fridays is going to be characters and or the two podcasts that I have, Quantum AF and Reach Out to Recovery. So, but Chat with Grace, you guys, is going to be Wednesdays and Saturdays. So join me. I want to hear from you. and ring that bell. Yes. I think she's gonna show Jose what you did for her. She might show it. She's gonna go live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Central time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and 8 p.m. Central European time, because my audience is all over the place. Yes. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. I love you, and I hope this really spoke to you and resonated with you, and that it makes your life better and more joyful. And Belle, we'll see you tomorrow, and I will see you on Saturday. All right. Love you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. And you too, Jose.